Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Duke and Leon School of Life. I have poor Leon with me. Poor Leon.
Poor.
In every way.
I am. I'm still recovering from my medical experience. Fuck me. Got a runny nose, diarrhea. Fuck, it's just horrific. It's like,
Jesus, thank God we're not in the same room.
I was fine, and then suddenly it all just. But I'll tell you something funny. I don't know if I told you this last week, but you have to fill out the form, whatever it is, indemnity and all that shit, and are you on blood thinners? They love that. They fucking ask you that. They must ask me 10 times, am I on blood thinners? And I think, and
they don't want you when they're bleeding for 4 days like your mate.
If they hit a gusher, imagine if they hit a gusher and you're on blood thinners, it's fucking like blood spit. It'll be on the ceiling. Remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's filling it out. Luckily, I didn't have to fill it out. That was good. She's filling it out, and then she goes, "Okay, so can you tell me, Mr. Fish, what's your health goal today?" I said, "Sorry." She goes, "What's your health goal?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, your health goal." And I said, "I don't know, to survive." She goes, "No." And I said, "Well, I don't know, to wake up." And she goes, "No." And she's looking at me like I'm a fucking 5-year-old, And then she goes, "How about you'd like to go home today?" And I went, "Yeah, okay." And she goes, "Good."
Tick.
Tick. I go, what the fuck was that? What was that? My first day at preschool.
It's like my mate. My mate, I've spoken about him before. He's a teacher. And they said every 6 months you've got to go in, you've got to have an interview with the deputy and you've got to tell them what your goals are, right? And he's 60.
Yeah.
And they said, "Hey, okay, Michael, now what's your goal?" Yeah. And he said, "To get the fuck out of here so I can fucking retire." "What do you mean? What goals have I got now?" And the deputies go, "Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know. What's your goal? What's your life goal? My life goal is to wake up in the morning and not be covered in my own shit. That's my life goal. That's my life goal.
That? Did you achieve that today?
Not this morning, but...
Well, you got diarrhea, that's right.
But 2 days ago, yes.
I got an email.
Yeah.
Like after you've been reading your emails, I checked my junk box. My junk box is full of emails like that, but I got this one.
They're great. It's great.
I got this one that said, "Dear Criminal." That's the headline. Dear Criminal. So I looked at it. That'd get me. I'd open it straight away. I thought, okay, so I'll have a look at this. And it said, "Dear Criminal, you have to deposit $500.
Yeah.
You have to go to this website and deposit $500. Otherwise, we are going to expose you as the penis tape bomber."
Penis tape bomber?
Yeah.
Bomber. What's that?
I'm like, exactly.
Did you
What's
Google
that?
it?
I Googled it. Couldn't find anything. Taped penis, bomber, but penis tape bomber. And I didn't sleep last night because I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, what the fuck is it? And all I could come up with is, those old shows, those old cartoons where they've got that round bomb with the wick on it. Everyone's running around with that round bomb with the wick on it. All I could think of was that with all penises taped on it.
That's what you came up with.
Well, what do you got? Penis tape bomber.
So maybe you just plant bombs, but you plant bombs but you tape your penis first. And then you take a photograph and then you send it to the police afterwards and your signature is your taped penis.
Fucking hell.
That's what else? What else could it be?
Well, no, I'm thinking about that. That's the most logical thing, having your penis taped while you're bombing.
It's like a secret paratrooper thing. How like in Vietnam before they went into the swamp, they used to put condoms on so the leeches wouldn't grab their dicks. So they'd be like the condom penis paratroopers or
imagine taking
commandos,
taking the tape off.
Hey?
Imagine
you just get an
off.
erection and it'd be like the Hulk, just go tear. cool would that
Then
be?
I got another email, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this. Hi, I am girl sex.
Yeah.
Looking for hot guy to embrace fuck. My name is Gipley.
Gipley.
You want free hand pussy?
Hand pussy. What's that? Hand pussy. Is that something? It's like you put it in your hand.
I don't know. Maybe her pussy
Comes
is
out.
hand job.
Oh, it's like Lego. It
Like
comes
Lego?
out. Her vagina comes out. It's like Lego, like a Lego.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Forms a pink hand.
All right.
You want free hand pussy? Must love cats and cock farming.
Oh, like asparagus. Yeah, I know.
Cock farming.
Cock farming. Yeah.
Must love cats and cock farming. Pregnancy option is smooth sailing.
Wow.
So hi,
So
I
she's-
am girl
Well, no,
sex
she's
looking
either she's like really bad at it. She's got no English skills at all, or she's a genius and it's like a code. Was that pregnancy option smooth sailing?
Yep.
what is
Pregnancy option is smooth sailing. Maybe
So-
it's like
So that means she wouldn't get pregnant. Then that's what she's saying. I think. That's
or
interesting.
maybe it means she gets pregnant easily.
Yeah, but how would that be a turn on? That
Or
wouldn't be a turn on.
maybe it means China is ready to attack Tasmania. It might all, like you say, it might be all.
And for those of our listeners who are not from Australia, Tasmania is shaped like a cunt. If you have a look on the map.
So hi, I am girl sex might mean we're ready. We're ready. Looking for hot guy to embrace fuck
Yes.
means we're ready. We're in the submarine and we're off. It says my name is Gipley,
Oh, Gipley. So that's MI5.
MI5.
MI5. Yeah.
You want free hand pussy?
That's Lego. So you get a free Lego play set every time you kill someone. That's it.
Must love cats and cock farming.
I don't know.
So that means
I think that just means she likes cats.
No, that means deploy missiles now.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Pregnancy option is smooth sailing. That means once the mission's accomplished, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Nothing left behind. No responsibility.
That's right.
No
Never there.
Never there. Yeah. No responsibility. That's it. Responsibility free attack. Beautiful. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Talking about evil, you remember a couple of podcasts ago, I was talking about prodigies gone bad.
Yes.
Well, I there's too many to write down, and I can't really pick any fantastic. I mean, they're all brilliant, but I can't pick any winners. So, what I suggest is everyone has to Google prodigies gone bad, because it's like full on. It's like these genius kids, like private schools, top grades at university, and then they just turn bad and they kill their parents. Or one chick got some skanky boyfriend, and the parents, no, you got to become a doctor or whatever like that. And she's going, no. Anyway, so she convinces her boyfriend to go and get his mates, and they form a gang and they slaughter the parents and shit. It's just insane.
Yeah, you know what? They were Asian. They've got her interrogation videos on YouTube. People should check it out.
Oh,
because
so
she's sitting there.
Yeah.
And she just looks like a little Asian student, good girl, and I don't know what happened, and blah, 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 blah. And then when the cops break it down, it's like this fucking horror story comes out.
Yeah. But that's just one. There's so many. There's
Oh yeah. There's that one in Australia where that guy went in, killed his parents, killed his sister, got the money, bought a hot Jag straight away.
Yeah.
They eventually got him.
Yeah. And then they sold the house to the
He said, they said, where were you last night? And he said, I was with a friend. They contacted the friend. Friend said he wasn't with me. And they came back and said, well, your friend, that alibi is gone. Where were you? And he said, I was with a prostitute. I was too ashamed. I was with a prostitute. They said, where did you go to the prostitute? He said the brothel. They went in and they said, no, we didn't. We haven't seen him. Then he goes in there, he finds a prostitute and he pays her to say that she was with him. So he gives her $50, $50 to say, yeah, he was with me. But she says to the cops, nah, she just took the $50 and pissed off. Then he pays a cab driver to say he was with me. And he tells the cab driver, look, they're just looking for me. I got busted with a joint and they're looking for me. And then the cab driver says, hey, he was with me. I picked him up and I took him, blah, blah, blah. And they said, he's wanted for murdering his whole family. And he goes, oh, no, he wasn't with me. And then they got him. But he was like a child prodigy, rich family.
Piano lessons. Fucking 8 hours a day, they make these people sit there and play the piano, these parents, and then they wonder why. Then they wonder why they turn bad. Fuck me dead. Can you imagine playing piano for 8 hours a day? Fuck.
I've got a word of the week. We haven't done that for a while.
Yeah, I've got a letter and an FBI file.
Fuck.
It's packed.
Fuck. Well, my word of the week is apologies.
A what?
Apologies.
Apologies? What's that?
Jizz. J-I-Z-Z.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake. For a moment there, I thought you'd actually found something.
No, it is. It's a word of the week. Apologies. It's like if you ejaculate straight away, you have to apologize.
Yeah. Or at Aldi's while you just accidentally ejaculate while you're waiting to put stuff on. I'm so sorry. As they're dragging you out, I'm so sorry.
Or if the semen misses its mark and goes somewhere else.
What do you mean, like the ceiling fan instead of the vagina?
Or the face instead of the breasts.
Don't fuck. You meant it. You meant that to happen.
But you still got to apologise.
I'm so sorry.
You still got to apologise.
You fucking
unless it's planned
on purpose.
Or you're aiming for the face. You're aiming for the face and it hits the computer.
Oh, the laptop.
Yeah, it hits the laptop.
It goes inside the laptop.
Yeah.
And you can just smell it sizzling. That's another word. Sizzling jizz.
Sizzle jizz.
Sizzle jizz. I'm sorry for your Dell sizzle jizz.
All right.
No, I think that's good. I think that's absolutely.
Thank you.
It's a necessity. I think. In fact, you should send that like a proposal to the UN, and they could put that in their diplomatic sort of portfolio. So if they're in the UN and like they're talking to one of the Russians or something, and we can use this word to explain why we just jizzed all over the foreign minister's face. All right, I've got a letter of the week.
Me too.
This is it's to us. It's actually a letter. It's very sweet. I think it's a love story. We haven't had a love story before.
Mm.
Dear Mr. Fish and Mr. Hendricks, I am a great fan of your show and listen every week. I have a slight problem and was hoping you could help me. I've been having phone sex with a woman for over 2 years. I found her advertisement in the promotional pamphlet of my local adult bookstore and find her rates very reasonable. About 2 weeks ago, I went into my local bank and was served by a new teller. I recognised her voice as the phone sex woman immediately.
Wow.
She didn't recognise mine because when I go to the bank, I always disguise my appearance and voice due to an incident when I was much younger that I don't talk about. She is very
A
attractive.
jizz incident?
She is very attractive, and I want to identify myself and perhaps pursue a relationship. Can you help? Yours, name withheld. What do you think?
I think
Let's start at the incident first. What do you think the incident was? Public masturbation. That's what I think straight away.
yeah, I think it was a jizz incident.
Jizz, and he
That happened when he was younger. It's, it might have even been like, when you're really young and you just get erections out of nowhere. He might have been in there with his mum. And he's standing in line, she's holding his hand, and he's at that height where he can look up mini skirts just by lifting his eyes.
Yes, I remember that. Well, I can still do that if I'm on my knees.
And then he just grabbed the woman in front of him's leg and humped her calf and went, "Mummy, mummy, mummy," and jizzed.
Sake. Really? Do you think it was that intense, you think?
Speaking of that, I just want to say I really find it disturbing that Prince Charles at 73 still calls his mother mummy.
Yeah.
There's something disturbing about a 73-year-old man saying mummy. Don't you find that?
Yes, I did. But I find the whole thing disturbing. But anyway, getting back to the letter. Let's get back to the letter.
Well, I told you what I think.
No, I agreed. Something like that. Okay, so we've got that. So we and because he's having phone sex and he goes to his local adult bookstore, that sort of ties in with that sort of, like maybe he's got this slight perverted sort of tint to him, which is, I mean, everyone does. I mean,
it's whether you act on it or not by actually picking up the phone.
And obviously he's a bit sloppy, but anyway, but what, so I'm thinking, my first thought was like, because I can see her, she'd be beautiful, and she does phone sex because she's probably trying to get through uni or something, and now she's working in the bank, it'd be like a love story come true. But I can see the reality of it. She's probably got this big, angry, ugly gorilla of a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They always do. And it's like, and I'm thinking, he goes and says, I just want to be with you, And then the boyfriend's like, fuck off, get away from my girlfriend, and just tears his arm off. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do you think?
Look, I think what he should do is go in, pass a note over the counter, like how when they do a bank robbery.
Give me $500. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so just pass a note.
Yeah,
and then security will just fucking jump on him. Everyone will jump on him. The whole thing will shut down. The cops will come and they'll say, "What was the note?" And it'll say, "Hi, I like you. Would you please go out with me?" And everyone will go, "Oh," and then she'll have to go out with him.
Except for the old security guard. "Hey, that's that little fucking jerker. Yeah. I remember you. How's your mum?"
You humped that nun's leg.
Hey, so he doesn't tell her about the phone sex, that he just does it just like off the bat. No, I never thought about that, because I thought what he could do is just stalk her, like follow her home and just find out a bit, where she lives and shit, and then eventually, like, I don't know, do something. But
something.
I don't know, do something. But I'm like, send her a hot dog or something. I don't know. But that's interesting. Yeah. Just don't. But then what happens if she does recognize his voice?
He says to her, then he's, they can't recognise it 100%. They can say, he sounds like that guy.
Well, she's not going to say, she's not going to say, I do phone sex.
Yeah.
You sound like one of my clients.
Yeah,
she's not going to say that, is she?
That's right.
No. So she
and then what's going to happen? Then they'll get together.
Yeah.
And then he'll be fucking, because I've never mentioned it, every time she goes out, he'll be going, she's fucking having phone sex with someone. I know it. I know she's having phone sex with someone. And then that'll fuck with his head. That'll fuck.
Oh, so he'll take her phone away, and then he'll become one of those psycho boyfriends.
Yeah, and he'll fucking lose it, and then in the end, he's humping the old lady.
He'll just be shot dead. He'll just be shot dead in the street.
He's humping the old lady's leg next door. Mummy.
And gets shot dead.
Yeah.
They just shoot him. The old security guard. The old security guard's been stalking him.
Yeah.
And just shoots him in the head.
He goes, I knew it.
Yeah. I'm going to die in jail, but I don't care. At least it's warm, and I don't have to work in a bank anymore. Bang, boom, bang. Oh, that's it. Oh, Terry. You're better off. You're just a jerk off.
I got a letter.
So it's not a happy story then.
No. How can it be? It's got phone sex. It's got fucking.
I thought it was. I thought it was happy. I was happy. I was happy till now. Now I'm not happy. All right. What's your letter?
Dear Duke and Leon, my husband has been acting suspiciously lately, and there has been a funny smell in the house. I bought a little spy camera and put it in our flower pot. Actually, you know what?
What? That's what? Is that yours?
This could be a continuation from that other letter. This could be like after they're married.
Yeah, except I can't remember the other letter. But anyway, yeah, go on.
No, the letter you just mentioned.
Oh, that one. The one I just read out. Yeah, I can't remember that one.
Okay. My husband has been acting suspiciously lately, and there has been a funny smell in the house.
Yeah.
I bought a little spy camera and put it in our little flower pot in our lounge room.
Yeah.
After a few days, I checked the camera and was surprised to see my husband come into the room dressed in a French maid uniform.
Oh, God.
He started to speak in French.
Fuck.
As he shat all over the floor. He then spent the next hour cleaning the floor on his hands and knees while arguing with no one in French. I never even knew he could speak French. Is this normal behaviour? Maisie.
So which bit's worrying her, do you think? Speaking French?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say both.
All three.
Yeah.
The costume, the shitting, and the French.
Yeah.
Is this normal behaviour?
And arguing with no one.
Wow, that's a lot. Is it, well, look, I don't know. Is it normal? Yes.
Yes.
Is it a good thing? Well, at least he's cleaning up. Like, if she came home and had to clean it up, that would be bad, wouldn't it?
But there's still a funny smell. She noticed a funny smell in the house.
Is that the French perfume? Is that the French perfume?
Well, it could
or
be.
The shit?
Could be. Probably a mixture of both.
Both. Eau de toilette, I think it's called.
So what's going on there? What's going on there psychologically?
He's just got a hobby. He's just got a hobby, that's all. That's it. Well, every man needs a hobby. I've always said that.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe when he was young.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because this is always like, I mean, my psychologist blames everything that happened to me when I was young. Yeah. So maybe when he was young, he had a French maid. He had a French maid, and he's like about
Who has a French maid? Who has a French maid?
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah. He might be French. I don't know. But he had a French maid, and she used to be walking around, and he'd just go and shit himself as a kid, and she would argue with him as she's cleaning the floor.
Oh.
She'd be going, "You dirty little boy.
Look what you have done to my carpet." Yeah. Oh, no, that's Spanish. Anyway, no. Oh, all right. So what, he's reliving that.
That obviously turns him on.
Oh, it turns him on. But she doesn't say anything about jerking off or anything. She just says that that's what he does.
Well, it turns him on so much he doesn't even need to jerk off.
Oh, right.
It's just like jizzes straight into the uniform.
Well, this is
shitting.
This is a consequence of the internet as well. I mean, like 20 years ago, he wouldn't have been able to buy a French maid's uniform that would fit. He'd be too embarrassed, and So now with the internet, of course, he's got access to all those sort of accessories. So, first of all, I'd blame the internet. Secondly, I'd should she be worried? No, I don't think so. Should she mention it to him? I don't know. I mean, one day she might, because he might say, "Oh, you know what, darling, tonight I'd really want some borscht." You know, that borscht, that beetroot soup?
Yeah.
And she'd say, oh, no, because that'll really fuck the carpet. And then he'd go, what do you mean? And she'd go, oh, you know what I mean? It slipped out. She'd worried about the carpet.
Yeah.
And he'd go, what do you mean? What do you mean
paranoid.
the carpet? Now, and that could be a real problem.
Well, look, it's going to come out anyway, even if it's in an argument. You know what I mean? Like if she's saying,
well, he could say you can't even fucking drive.
Yeah, or you went to Aldi's and you didn't bring back the frozen pizza. You fucking idiot.
And then she says, well, at least I don't shit on the carpet dressed like a French whore.
That's it. And then boom, it's all out.
Me? Me? Never. Never would I do such a thing. I'm French. What a cunt. Who are these fucking people?
I know.
I've got an FBI file. Do you want to do an FBI file?
Yeah, let's do it.
I've got no choice because I got one.
From the FBI files.
In 1961, Jerry P. Buckenheimer. No, Himmer. It was a Heimer. Buckenheimer. All right. In 1961, Jerry P. Buckenheimer worked for a Detroit chemical company on a top-secret project to find a military-grade adhesive that would work underwater. As he perfected his formula and prepared to present his adhesive to the Pentagon Acquisitions Committee, he met a mysterious librarian named Melina Markova. The very next morning, Buckenheimer was found naked and dead in the pool of a Detroit 3-star hotel, his hands stuck to the bottom at the deep end. The underwater adhesive formula and Melina Markova were never seen again. Fuck me. Those Russians. Fuck me.
Russian spy.
Fucking Russians. I never trust a librarian for a start. Never. Especially one with big boobies.
Yeah,
like Mrs.
a Russian name.
Like Mrs. Harris.
Yeah, it's like
Mrs.
it
Harris.
sounds like if you want to get fucking laid these days, you've got to come up with some kind of espionage weapon.
Oh, just make it up, you mean?
Yeah, just make it up.
Around
Some
libraries.
Russian chick.
Yeah, and go, oh, by the way, I've just made this new nuclear fucking thing. And she goes, oh, beautiful, let's go and have fuck. Fuck sex. Let's have fuck sex.
And then she says, now I'm going to use your invention to kill you. And then he goes, joke's on you, I haven't got an invention.
And then she just shoots you in the fucking head. Yeah, joke's on you.
You didn't think about my gun, did you?
I thought what the Russians would do, they'd capture these dolphins, right? And then they would stick funny shit on them and then let them go. And then the American sailors and shit would be looking at them going, and they freak out, you know? Like a dolphin swims up to an American battleship and it's got like this dildo stuck to its head. And they're going, fuck! Fuck! I'm out of here!
It's the Russians!
I'm out of here. That fucking dolphin's got a dildo on its fucking head. That's weird shit. I'm out of here.
From the FBI files.
And talking about freaks, news, man on meth jerking off, fights off 12 police.
15.
15. Sorry. What the fuck's that about, Jig?
So this guy takes some meth. He goes into a restaurant, I think, or a bar.
I think it's a bar.
And he starts exposing himself to the waitresses.
Who hasn't done that?
Yeah. And then he starts jerking off.
Yeah. And he's on meth.
So he's jerking off really fast.
I reckon if I was there, I would have been filming it because like that would definitely be something I'd watch.
Oh, yeah, that'd get billions of hits everywhere.
It must be like a blur, you know, like a blur. Yeah, all right.
So they, like the Flash having a wank.
Flash wank. It's a flash wank jizz.
So he's doing that, and of course they call the police, and 2 police come in,
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, and he's still jerking off, and they go to grab him, and he starts punching them with his other hand while he's still jerking off. So they radio for backup.
So wait on. So he's jerking off. So he'd be jerking off with his right hand. So he'd be punching with his left hand. So that'd be a jab, would it?
He's southpaw.
No, what? So but that's still a jab.
Yeah.
Because you jab.
Yeah, it's a jab. It's a
jab. So he's jabbing.
So, he's probably using feet as well.
I just wanted to establish, that's all.
He's probably using feet as well. And so he's fighting off these 2. They can't restrain him, so they call for backup.
Yeah.
And then a couple more guys come in. He's fighting them. They can't restrain. He's wanking all the while he's doing this. Then eventually there's 15 of them.
Fucking hell.
And he's going wild. He's punching into them. And then during little, he'll run away a bit and have a bit of a wank and then run over and start punching into him. They taser him and he still doesn't go down, literally.
Wow.
His penis doesn't go down either.
Fucking hell. So what happened? It eventually subdued him and arrested him and...
Well, then he came and he fell asleep and they arrested him. In other news...
Yeah. What's the other one?
Boy gets USB cable stuck in penis.
Again, that's the second time.
That's the second time.
Yeah, fuck.
That's the second time, except the first guy was...
measuring. He wanted to measure something.
Yeah.
What was the kid doing?
I don't know. He didn't say what it was.
He didn't have any real plan.
But he's 15.
Yeah.
And he gets it stuck in his penis. And again, they have to cut his perineum, which is the skin in between your balls and asshole, to pull it out.
Fuck.
But what my question is, if you look at a USB cable, you know how the top of it is they've got connections on each end.
Yeah. Or maybe.
How do you get them in there?
Well, no, maybe you cut the connection off. I don't know. But do you know what? Well, my question is, I think we should contact him and ask him what his health goal is.
Today.
He says, just sit down.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to sit down for fucking 6 weeks.
Stay away from all electronics. That's sizzle jizz too.
Yeah. And what about that other idiot? This is great. That said that he or she, I can't remember was it he or she, but they were allergic to gravity.
Yeah. Allergic to gravity.
That who hasn't used that excuse? Come on, it's time to go to school. Oh, I can't get out of bed. I'm allergic to gravity.
I didn't know that was a thing. Can you get your doctor? You know how you have to get a sick thing for when you have a sickie from work.
Yeah.
Can you get the doctor to write allergic to gravity?
No, they don't write allergic to. They have it. You just make up this scientific name. Like smithsomophocosis, like that.
And then they go, what's that? And that's allergic to gravity.
Allergic to
gravity. I didn't know that was... How does that even work? If you're really allergic to gravity...
Yeah.
You can't fucking move.
No,
you're pinned down.
She said she's in bed for 3 months she gets up 2 days every 3 months or something. So she just lies in bed, and I don't know, I suppose... Well, now with the internet, it'd be a lot easier, I would think. But before that, I think it's, I don't know. Do you think it's just an excuse? Just an excuse not to
I think it's
anything?
bullshit. It's total bullshit. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do anything. I want to stay at home.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to fucking gravity.
Yeah. If I was lying in bed for 3 months and I said to my third wife, I'm allergic to gravity, I can't get up and do anything, you know what she'd say to me? She'd say, oh, that's funny, Leon. I've just started a new hobby. It's called baseball. Here's my bat. Boof, bang. That would be the fucking end of that, let me tell you.
And then she'd be going, you're not allergic to gravity now, as you're running around the room going, stop.
Screaming like a baby running around. Trying to open the door. Gravity's not fucking affecting you now, is it? Yeah, little
allergic
cunt.
to gravity. What
fucking allergic to gravity.
I've heard it all now.
I've heard it all now. All
right, I've got to ask Leon.
Okay.
Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon. Leon now. Ask Leon now.
Ask him.
Okay.
Well, you got to ask him. I'm not a fucking mind reader.
Leon.
Yes.
Oh. This
What?
is from what?
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 He's got to
This is
fucking
from-
ask. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
going to
fucking-
ask. I was just
What?
going to tell you the name.
This is sign language. Sign language doesn't work on a podcast.
This is Latvia. This is Latvia. This is Tanya
Tanya.
from Tunisia.
Tunisia. I think I nearly went to Tunisia once.
And she asks, Leon, would you ever have sex with a dwarf? Now,
Again,
just let
you
me
mean?
let me take this moment.
Yeah.
Let me take this moment to differentiate between a dwarf and a midget for our
Fuck,
listeners.
you're obsessed with this. You're obsessed.
Well,
you know
that's
how many
because
people,
you don't know.
But
you
you know how
always
many-
get it mixed up.
Every
All right,
time
what-
when we were famous and we used to go to those parties and all those beautiful chicks were booby bands dancing around and stuff, and then you'd fucking go on with this. Fucking hell.
and then I'd get a blowjob.
From a midget. Or as a dwarf.
So I'm going to
All
differ. Okay, you tell us what a dwarf is.
No, I know. I've blocked
Okay.
it out. I don't give
All right,
a
so
fuck.
You don't
actually.
know. That's why. So a midget is a small person that's perfectly formed, and a dwarf is a small person, but they have a normal person-size head, hands, and feet. So she's asking, would you ever have sex with a dwarf?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Never say no to any experience. That's the Leon Fish motto, and that's why I've been married 3 times, and I'm very close to my solicitor. So, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Does it specify where?
No, but I'm just thinking.
I wouldn't do it in a jumping castle, all right? Okay, no. So,
Yeah, because everyone would be going, oh my God, that's a kid. So
that is so wrong.
So give
wrong.
us a scenario here. What kind of scenario would it be, you having sex with a dwarf?
Okay, I'd be in a racing car and I'd have a helmet on, but I'd be naked, and the dwarf would be, or the lady would be sitting next to me, and she would be fondling her breasts, and then she'd reach over and give me a blow job while I was racing the car very fast. That's how I would do it, I think.
It sounds like an Elvis movie.
With Anne Margaret.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that's the only way, but I'm just saying that's
your way.
That's how I would see it unfolding. The most logical, the most realistic way that I would see that happening would be, like that. And then, of course, she'd be my mechanic as well. So we'd be testing some sort of new application. Like maybe we'd switch to E85 fuel. And she just said, oh, look, we need to do a few laps just to see if the E85 kicks in all right. And I go, oh, yeah. And then, of course, I figure out it's just a ruse so she can give me a blowjob.
And you make no apologies about it.
Oh, and I have no resistance at all. There's no resistance. No resistance at all. Except maybe I'd switch the GoPro off, maybe, just for privacy, dignity. Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd patch it to the big screen on the racetrack. I don't know. Anyway, these things have to be worked out as you go.
You've just taken your medication, haven't you?
Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now. Ask Leon now.
Okay, I've got an FBI file as well. That I really want your opinion on this, okay?
Yeah.
From the FBI files. On August the 7th, 1947, Jeremy Coglash was found dead at the bottom of his stairs. Next to his body was his ventriloquist doll, Corky.
Corky, yeah.
The police initially thought the death to be an unfortunate accident.
Which you would, yes.
But after discovering Mr. Coglash's diary, they decided to investigate the matter further. August 4. Father has died. He left me his house, $1 million, which is a lot of money in 1947,
Still is, buddy.
and his housemaid, and that damn ventriloquist doll, Corky. August 5th. Woke up in the middle of the night to find Corky sitting in the chair by my bed, staring at me. I picked him up and threw him in the trash outside. The maid was very upset. August 6th. Woken up at 2 a.m. by a strange sound. When I got to the top of the stairs, I looked down and saw the maid in the rocking chair, rocking back and forth while Corky was suckling on her breast. His wooden eyes moved to the side, staring at me.
Oh,
You know when they move their eyes
yeah.
to the side?
I saw that straight away. She's hot. That maid, she's fucking hot, let me tell you.
Last entry.
Oh,
It's 3:20 a.m. There is a sound at the top of the stairs. Going to investigate.
Corky, full of French maid milk. He's fucking on it. He's onto it. God. Wow. What is it with French maids?
Later, the police discovered the maid's body buried in a shallow grave.
Buried. Why would you bury it?
Another policeman came
Yeah.
and informed them that the $1 million had been withdrawn from Coglash's bank account.
Yeah.
When they moved back to the staircase, Corky was gone.
Okay. Well, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck, thank God. That was long. All right, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? I think it needs further investigation. So I'm just going to go and have to fill up on some French maid milk and see what effect it has on me, because I tell you what, that Corky, he was on a roll, wasn't he?
I knew when it had breast milk involved, it was going to like throw you right off.
Off the scent. So what would a little wooden ventriloquist doll that likes French maid milk do with $1 million, do you think?
So you're saying Corky did do this?
Yeah, fuck, of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah, I reckon he did it as well, because I remember my grandfather telling me a story about the old country, right?
Yeah.
And this woman in the village,
Yeah.
all the men went to war,
Yeah.
and when they came back, she was pregnant. And she said a little ventriloquist doll came in and impregnated her. So it's true. They can do that shit, especially in places, 1947, there's heaps of gypsies and fortune tellers and shit bringing things back to life.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. But what would he use the $1 million? What do you think he'd make? Do you think he'd go and buy like a really nice Cadillac, or would he get someone to make him a little wooden car?
I think he'd get someone to make him a wooden female ventriloquist doll.
Well, why? Why wouldn't he just get a French maid?
French maid doll.
Oh, right.
Because wood on wood is probably better for him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's yeah. And then when he's getting the female, the wooden doll made, he's going to the carpenter and make sure she doesn't have any knots. No knots. No
and
splinters.
Titties.
Titties. They're not titties.
Yeah. They got titties, and his eyes move to the side.
Yeah. They're not titties, they're insect bites. Come on! Throw some more wood at it.
Fucking Corky. From the FBI files.
Fucking Corky. All right. I want to be Corky. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
everyone, for listening and supporting our podcast and sending us all those wonderful correspondence.
We'll see you at Leftovers Restaurant.
We'll see you
with Maitre D' Leon.
Yeah. Just a slight tip. You probably want to get there early. Early's fresh. Fresh is early. All right. See you later.
See ya. Bye.